So it is the second day of Vlogmas, and I don't know about you, but I love making gifts in December for people. But sometimes I get a little bit too excited and I think that I can make all the things, and in reality, I can only make some of the things. So I wanted to put together a list of 10 cute and quick gift ideas for people. I have made these. I love them. Other people love them. So let me grab a few and show them to you. Welcome back to the Knit Life Oils YouTube channel. So over the years, I've gotten really good at making cute, quick little gifts that are instant gratification. Sometimes I make like 10 or 20 of them at a time because it's just fun to make, and then you have a whole bunch of them that you can just give away, and people love getting little small knitted gifts. So I wanted to share 10 of them with you that you can use this holiday gifting season that are quick and you can use to share with people around you. I'm going to put all the patterns in the caption so you can find them there also. Some of them are super quick and you can make in like less than an hour, and some of them take a little bit longer, like a few days or up to a week. But so it's a nice little variety of how much time you have to make whatever you're making. So okay, we're going to start with something that if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen these a lot. So this is a Pentapus, and it's knit completely in the round, and then you just stuff it and pull the cinch tight, and it's done. I've probably made like 40 or 50 of these. They are so cute. Kids and adults both love to put them in their pockets and then just pull them out whenever they want to or they feel like they need to. Kids will say that they like them more, but adults really love them too. My mom thought that she didn't need one, and then she did need one because she kept stealing my little sister's. So, and along with Pentapus, there is a whole collection of ocean buddies. So you can make other ocean friends as well. This is a hammerhead shark. This is a whale, and there's also a pufferfish. And this is a stingray. There's a couple other ones. There's a sea turtle, a seahorse, and some others. But I love Pentapus the most. So I make the most Pentapuses. But you can also make other ocean buddies, and those are great gifts as well. And I know some kids like other little ocean creatures, and adults like them too. So, okay, number 3. So this is a knitted bracelet, and I have made, I don't know, probably, I think one year I made like 50. So probably I've made between 50 and 100 of these. So this is not an official pattern. It is just kind of a recipe. So you cast on 40, 50, or 60 stitches. 40 is the baby size, 50 is the child size, and 60 is the adult size. You knit in the round for 10 rounds, and then you bind off, and you can block it on a cup. I use fingering weight yarn on a size 1 needle, and I do magic loop, but you can do however you like to knit in the round. I'm going to do a longer video on this later of the whole pattern and making this together, but I love making these for people and they like to get them. So the other really cool, quick little thing that I made a ton of last year, but I gave them all away, so I don't have any in my hands physically, are fidgets. So one of them is a pea pod, and you put a marble inside of the pea pod that you knit, and then you can push it up and down in the pea pod, and it was so fun. I made a couple of different sizes of it by using different yarn. So the knitted fidgets are by Line Designs, and the other one I really liked was the Welted Fidget. So it is all yarn. There's no marbles in this one, and so you knit a square and then an edging, but in the square there's little ridges, and so when you run your fingers over it, there's different textures, and then you can run your fingers through the grooves and around the edges and all over. So it makes really cool textures, and that was a lot of fun to make and to give away. So another one is the honey cowl. So I made 2 of these to gift this year. This is DK weight yarn, and it's 1 skein. So it goes really quickly, and it's a 4-row repeat. So you just cast on, knit a couple rows, do the 4-row repeat, and then knit a couple rows and bind off. So it goes really quickly. I can make it in a couple days. It doesn't take very long, and it is super squishy and super easy to wear. It just goes on like this, and it just sits right there, and it's been really awesome to wear and give away. My mom loves this one. The pattern makes it really squishy, so it makes a really squishy fabric, and that is a fun little feature. So another one is the Dumpling Bag by Pearl Soho, and you can hang it from your wrist because it's essentially in the style of a Japanese knot bag, and so the longer strap goes through the shorter strap, and you can use it for projects. You can use it as a regular bag. It's the same style as my favorite project bags from Big Waffle, and so it was really fun to get to make one. And I know that people really like to carry things around. I had that bag with me when we went on a trip, and one of my friend's daughters tried to take it home with her because she was using it to hold all of her little creatures that I showed you earlier, the ocean buddies and the Pentapuses. She was using the dumpling bag to hold them all, and she wanted to take the dumpling bag home with her, but that was my dumpling bag. She couldn't have the dumpling bag. So anyway, that is the dumpling bag, and it makes a really awesome gift too, and it's easy to use and quick to make. It also uses DK weight yarn, so it goes really fast too. So fingerless gloves are so easy to make and gift. People have no qualms figuring out how to use them. They go right on their hands, and they can still use their fingers for their phones or to do things, to change the music in the car. They're for driving gloves, all kinds of things. So those have made some great gifts for me over the years. So a couple of my favorite patterns are the Orchid Bloom mitts. The cable down the center is really cool, and I like when fingerless mitts have ribbing on the top and ribbing on the bottom so that they just kind of stay nicely. And I like them to be about to here and then come up to about the knuckles. And so I'll kind of adapt patterns to fit that kind of model, but most patterns are similar to that, and so sometimes I just like add ribbing or do more of the pattern to make it a little bit longer or things like that, but that's kind of how I like to gauge it. Fingerless gloves too are pretty easy to size. They are around the same size for most people, and so you can go up or down a little bit, but that makes it really simple. Those are in fingering weight usually, at least the ones that I do, and those take me a couple days, but they're pretty quick. They're quicker than socks, even though they have about the same number of stitches as socks, but you have less knitting, and there's no heels or Kitchener stitch or anything like that. So the other pattern that I really like is called Mitsu, and it has a solid cable down the center, but that cable can be switched out. So I've made that pattern specifically multiple times, but I've also switched out that cable for other cables that I have from like a book or another cable that I saw in a different pattern, and it's just a really good base pattern that I can use to switch out that center. Those are in fingering weight also, but again, they only take a couple days, and that makes it really simple. So the last one is called a Swirl Hat. So in our family, we kind of call it the baby Swirl Hat, but it comes in all sizes from newborn all the way up to adult. And this has several, it's a certain number of stitches repeat, and then you repeat it 8 times around-ish, I think, depending upon the size. And so I put stitch markers all the way around, and then it's really easy to see if I'm off, and that makes it go really quick because it becomes less quick if you're off and your yarn overs don't line up. So I have made lots of these over the years. So when my sister was little, I would make her one for each stage. So she got a newborn one and a toddler one, and then our cousins got some that were those sizes too. And it's been a really great hat to grow with the kids. And also adults love it too because it's thin, lightweight, it's fingering weight yarn, and so it goes really fast and it's easy to wear. I've also made them for all of my sister's dolls, and that works out really well too. We just measure their head and find out which size they are. That pattern has so many sizes, so it is really easy to make it for anything you need it for. So anyway, that is all of them, but I hope that that gives you some quick and easy ideas for gifts that you can give away. I've had a lot of fun with gift knits over the years, and I hope that you do too. Thanks for joining me for today's Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow. P.S. I was so excited to show all those patterns to you that I totally forgot to open day 2 of our Twice Your Cheap Advent Calendar. So, let's see what's inside. Oh, it's like a mystery today. I'm going to stick my hand in. Okay. Ooh. So these are snowflake sewing ornaments. So we can take a piece of scrap yarn and use the holes to make a snowflake, and they become ornaments. And I think I need a pink one for my pink tree. So we can do that together later this week.